Planet Dolan.
What is up with toblerones, and how can flights be overbooked? Here are 15 ways that companies have been tricking you without you even knowing. Number 15. A legal lie. Some sweeteners are sold as 0 calories, but how is that possible? Unless opening the packet is a mini workout, how can food have literally no calories? Well, American law allows any food portion that's under 5 calories to be labeled as 0. Subway actually used a similar tactic when someone pointed out that their 6-inch sub was not actually 6 inches. They said that the 6-inch was the name of the sandwich, not its actual measurements. Women have clearly been aware of this tactic for thousands of years. Number 14. Change the size. No company likes to put up its price, but this is the only way to make more money on a product, right? Well, a lot of things you buy right now might not be as big as the ones you got in the past. A few millimeters here, a few grams there. Many of your favorite snacks have been slimming down. For example, Toblerone fans in the UK were shocked to find the famous chocolate mountains were now spread much further apart thanks to the rising costs of Brexit. Number 13. Drop the symbol. Have you ever noticed how in many restaurants, especially the fancier ones, they just write a number next to the dish? You know that the 19 means $19 or euros or yen, but they don't actually put the currency symbol. Well, a study from Cornell University found that this little thing makes us spend 8% more on our dinner. Whoa. That's right. We are a bunch of idiots. Number 12. Ingredients. Coffee gives you cancer, and gluten makes you left-handed. It's hard to keep up with what the new food enemy is. So, companies have realized that, and rather than change their recipe every time an ingredient gets bad press, it is much easier to just give it another name. Sugar is the classic example. It can be listed as sugar, fructose, agave nectar, panocha, diates, dextrose, and even labalafum. And you know what? I just made up that last one. But did you notice? You didn't even notice. That's right. Number 11. Locked in. Companies don't just want your business once, they want you to keep crawling back to them like a desperate ex. This is easy enough for consumables like bread or toilet paper, but no one's gonna go out and buy a new phone every week. So to get around this, companies love to make their product as incompatible as possible, so any upgrade, repair, or accessory has to come right through them. They also make it very complicated for you to transfer any data, software, or hardware to another product. Apple are obviously the dark masters of locking you in.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
It won't be long until you need an eye-ear and an eye-tongue just to use your iPhone. Number 10. Overbooking. As we learned from the big United Airlines scandal, buying a seat on a plane does not necessarily mean that you get to fly. The airlines know that we are a useless and disorganized bunch, and some people will always oversleep, get lost, or just decide they really like that airport bar. How much they overbook is actually calculated separately for each flight based on a lot of data like local traffic, the weather, and the connecting flights. Hotels also do this. If too many guests just happen to turn up, they'll just send them off to another hotel rather than making them share. Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you now have to split your honeymoon suite with Mr. Brad and Mr. Steve. Oh. Number 9. Sell your data. When Silicon Valley first started growing, a lot of people wondered how are these companies going to even make money? But data turned out to be an incredibly valuable commodity to advertisers and marketers. So just having simple questions on sign up like your age, address, and a few interests really gave these companies something to sell, even if their site or their app was free. And yeah, they tell you all this, they tell you about the whole data sharing stuff, but the fine print is very, very small. Number 8. Auto-Renewal. 9 times out of 10, if you get a free trial of a gym or a streaming site or a food box, then you're gonna have to give your credit card details too. The companies will say that it will make your life easier because they're confident you will love the product. But really, it's because you have the memory of a drunk goldfish with a head injury. Do you? And you'll pass that cancellation deadline before you've realized what you've done. Some of your yearly subscriptions will probably live longer than you will.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Number 7, loss leading. Occasionally, you'll pick up an item, especially in a supermarket, and you will think they can't be making money on this. And you know what? They're not. They're actually losing money. These are called loss leaders, and they use them just to get you into the store. In the UK, for example, the final Harry Potter book was being sold at well under its wholesale price. For supermarkets, it got excited kids into the store, and for big book chains, it was like a drug dealer getting children hooked on the high of reading, knowing that they would come back for more sweet, sweet words.
But you can't deny Dumbledore's got style.
Number 6, supermarket algorithm. Supermarkets are a master of psychology. Those reward cards they offer are not to keep you loyal, but actually to gather data on what you buy. They then will take this information from the surrounding area, such as job types, income, immigration, and even family size. And now, they can use an algorithm to design the perfect layout for the store and where each product should be placed. It's game over the moment you walk into that door.
We're some real pretty shit now, man!
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Number 5, the illusion of choice. Supermarkets also offer you the illusion of choice when it comes to brands. Those huge, colorful aisles look like they offer every option under the sun, but it's all made by the same people. For many common items, such as beer, chocolate, and cereal, over 80% of the options are owned by just 3 or 4 companies. And it's not just food. Luxottica are an Italian eyewear company who make all the glasses for Oakley, Ray-Ban, Armani, Versace, and many others. Number 4, price fixing. If you don't like a price, you can always go buy from a competitor. However, sometimes a whole industry gets together, meets in a shadowy basement, and they decide to bump up all their prices. There have been numerous cases of price fixing. In 2007, for example, 4 of the biggest flat glass makers in Europe were fined almost €500 million for bumping up their window, door, and mirror prices. Number 3, tax avoidance. Taxes for businesses vary widely around the world. The UAE has the highest of 55%, while Uzbekistan is the lowest at 7.5%. Companies love to build complicated networks of businesses and subsidiaries around the world so that they can legally avoid as much tax as possible. They also write off a huge amount of expenses so that they can claim they didn't make that much of a profit. In 2014, for example, Facebook paid just $43,000 in taxes in New Zealand, despite an estimated $6 million in revenue. Number 2, make to break. Your grandpappy probably likes to tell you that things were a lot better back in his day, and when it comes to quality products, he's probably right. Many companies will build their reputation on reliability, like with German cars and Japanese electronics. But in the past, if something broke, you could get it fixed by any mechanic or electrician. Nowadays, however, it's cheaper and easier to just get a new product or to upgrade the product, since you would need a specialist in each product to know what to fix. So, reliability is for suckers. Sorry, Granddad. Number 1, confusing choice. As consumers, we think we want choice, but the reality is that most of us are pretty lazy. Did you really check through every available phone plan to find yours? Did you search every insurance site for the best deal? No. You checked 2, you bought the second one, and you went for your third nap of the day.
How can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it.
Come on, let's be honest. And confusion helps companies reduce competition. If you don't really understand what you're buying, it's hard to persuade you to make the effort to change.
I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
So if these kinds of lists aren't for you, why don't you try Planet Dolan 7? Or the new P Dolan Deluxe Alpha, or P Triple D, or Danet Poland, or Plan X Dolan DDDD, or XXX Dolan XXX. That's my favorite.